हमारा bring it on, हम है I.R.M.U.N. ओ यारा। A light that brightens the whole world up, a voice that makes up the mountains shine. Our roads of hope, relentless we go. Our roads of hope, relentless we go. Doing our bit for the wounded to heal, changing realities with a swagger and feel. Bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा, bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा।
Rani kadim, dim, Rani kadim, dim.
Bring it on, yara, oh yeah, bring it on.
Rani kadim, dim.
Forever and a day, we are not just gonna pray. You can shake us, break us, cut us, tear us. We are here to say, yeah, we grow like a tree, we evolve and we'll be free. We believe in our passion and make future every beat. Like a phoenix, we reborn. Is this your best? Come on, bring it on. Yeah, I.R.M.U.N, bring it on. Be the flame, don't let the darkness strive. Be the force, they can deceive and divide. Be the love, withstand the test of time. Be the truth, one and the only way of life. Hey, bring it on, naya naya रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, naya naya रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा. Bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा. Bring it on, वक्त है हमारा, जहान सारा. Bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, हम है I.R.M.U.N. ओ यारा. Hey, bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा. Bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा. Bring it on, वक्त है हमारा, जहान सारा. Bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, हम है I.R.M.U.N. ओ यारा. A light that brightens the whole world up, a voice that makes up the mountains shine. Our roads of hope, relentless we go. Our roads of hope, relentless we go. Doing our bit for the wounded to heal, changing realities with a swagger and feel. Bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा.
Rani kadim, dim, Rani kadim, dim.
Bring it on, yara, oh yeah, bring it on.
Rani kadim, dim.
Forever and a day, we are not just gonna pray. You can shake us, break us, cut us, tear us. We are here to say, yeah, we grow like a tree, we evolve and we'll be free. We believe in our passion and make future every beat. Like a phoenix, we reborn. Is this your best? Come on, bring it on. Yeah, I.R.M.U.N, bring it on. Be the flame, don't let the darkness strive. Be the force, they can deceive and divide. Be the love, withstand the test of time. Be the truth, one and the only way of life. Hey, bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा. Bring it on, हम है आ रहे ओ यारा. Bring it on, वक्त है हमारा, जहान सारा. Bring it on, नया नया रास्ता हमारा. Bring it on, हम है I.R.M.U.N. ओ यारा.
All right. So that was that. And now we have our guest speaker amongst us. Let me just add him to the spotlight. I can just. Hi, Ahan. Can you add Subhajit to the spotlight?
Yeah, just give me a second.
So in the meanwhile, while Ahan adds Subhajit sir to this spotlight, I think I found him over here. Yes. Okay, lovely. Let me just get added to the spotlight as well. Okay. Ahan,
Yeah,
can you add me to the spotlight now?
I have added you.
You've added me?
Yeah.
Lovely. Can we, yeah. Lovely.
Hi,
Hi, Subhajit.
Shreyash.
Hi,
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 hi.
hi. Good afternoon. Is the
Great.
frame fine? Is the audio clear?
Yeah, audio is clear. Frame is fine.
Okay. Good afternoon to everybody present here. Thank you so much for joining.
Good afternoon. So we'll just do this one bit formally, wherein I introduce
Yeah.
yourself, and
Sure.
then we can move forward with the entire session.
Sure.
So today it gives me immense pleasure to introduce you to someone who's been a model, who's been a fashion choreographer, someone who has at a very young age judged events and choreographed multiple fashion events, someone who traveled from Kolkata to Mumbai to build his career, and today he has successfully done so. He is a VJ, a voice artist, and an anchor of a very popular talk show wherein he interacts and interviews multiple celebs like Sonu Sood, Vidya Balan, Tapsi Pannu, and many more. So without any further ado, presenting to you the man himself, Mr. Subhajit Ghosh. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much, Shreyash, for the lovely introduction. Loved it.
I think this is where I am stealing your lines. This is me trying to imitate you.
But I'm loving it. I'm loving the vibe and the atmosphere, all the music and everything being played. It's a nice, energetic vibe on a Sunday afternoon.
Lovely, lovely. So this is a session of Evolution Next, wherein we
Yeah.
teach students not just to dance, learn, and play, but we also teach them how to
Yeah.
evolve as a whole.
Yeah.
And this is wherein we would love if you can share with us a little about everyone keeps on talking about passion. Everyone constantly keeps on talking. You need to follow your passion, but I would love for you to share your journey to reaching to understand your passion. So how did you reach there?
That's a lovely question, and that's quite a broad question. But of course, I'll sum it up very quickly. So I was doing my college. I've studied all my life in Kolkata. I'm born and brought up in Kolkata. So I've studied. I've done my graduation over there, and after I think I did BCom honors. So that was related to commerce. So after that, I thought I'll be doing MBA, but I just felt that maybe that's not my cup of tea, and that's where I took the call that maybe I'm good in something else because I was already modeling. I was already doing stuff related to the entertainment industry at that point of time. So the thought that came in my mind was that okay, fine, I've been doing all this right now. Why suddenly do I have to get into the corporate setup? So might as well take this forward, and take that extra leap of faith and go forward and see how it works. If it does, if it works out well and good. If it doesn't work out, at least you will not have the regret in your mind of not trying. So I took that call, and I thought I'll do MBA. So I, on the very first day of my I think it was the training, the examinations that happened before MBA. So I left it. I think I attended about 2, 3 classes, and then I realized that this is not happening. So I immediately left, and that's where I thought that maybe I should do something. So I joined a mass communication college in Kolkata, where I told I was very clear to my dean and all the respected faculty over there that I have a certain vision. So I'll be here for my exams. I'll be there for my practical stuff and everything. But I want to try in Bombay. So I want to go, and I will mostly be there outside. So eventually, then I started to go to Mumbai from 2017, I think December, and slowly and steadily networking happened, and then it took me about 2 years. I was traveling a lot between 17 and 19 to Bombay, and then in 19 March, I think I landed up with this contract, and yeah, July onwards we were rolling with the talk show, and I shifted. So yeah, I think that's pretty much sums it up in a nutshell.
Lovely. I mean, you spoke about your vision. You had this vision.
Yeah.
So what do you think? People say that you should dream. dream
Yeah.
big to achieve something
Yeah.
big. And
Yeah.
at the same point of time, they tell us to follow our passion. So
Yeah.
what comes first? Do you dream first, or do you, follow your passion and then dream?
I think your passion comes from your dream. I would like to believe that what you dream is something that you want to achieve, and if it is something that you want to achieve really, really dedicatedly, that would you would give it all your efforts, hard work, sweat, and that automatically becomes your passion. So I think that that's a cycle. It's like a dream, passion, dream. It works like this. But if you talk about what's important, I think both are very important. But yeah, often people say that you should dream big, this that. That's obviously very true. But also you need to be very practical about the situation. You can't take calls randomly just for the sake of it. One fine morning, I feel like doing this, and you know, you just do that. It doesn't happen that way. I mean, success is not an overnight thing. You need to really, really grind and do all the research that you're looking forward to do in your own respective field, whatever it be it, be it entertainment, be it marketing, corporate, whatever, and eventually go forward, and hopefully things will definitely work out for every individual.
Lovely. And I mean, this is something that people usually forget, because
Yeah,
there's so many quotes that
yeah,
keep coming across. Dream big, keep dreaming, but don't
yeah.
daydream. That is what people keep on
Exactly,
saying.
exactly.
So
That's very important.
what I figured was that, at a very young age, once you start having a vision, you
Yeah,
have a goal set, and that's, I
yeah,
think, what you should be passionate about. The journey is what you should be
yes,
passionate about. So
absolutely.
that being said, you were very young when you started judging shows, and I'm pretty sure you had
Yeah,
that atmosphere wherein all adults used to sit with you. So
yeah,
how did that work out for you? Because everyone keeps saying, "आप बच्चे हो, अभी आप चुप रहो, आप अभी ऐसे,"
yeah,
and that is the
yeah,
point wherein you were being asked for your opinion about people
yeah,
who might not be elder to you.
yeah, yeah.
How was
I think
that? How
that's
was that?
a I think that's a very lovely question, and it's quite interesting to answer this. I remember there was this one event happening. If there's anybody from Kolkata, they will be knowing about the very famous ABP group in Kolkata. So they have a yearly event at it's called ABP. I'm forgetting the name. I think it's something related to corporate communications or whatever. So I went there as a delegate, and I was, I think, 23, I think, at that point of time. So there were very people who were really senior to me in terms of age and experience. And suddenly all these people calling me sir, it became became very weird for me. So I told them that, sir, please, I'm, really young, don't address me as sir. It's very, weird for me. So yeah, it tends to get a bit weird, but at the end of the day, you need to focus on what you are there for. At the end of the day, you have been called for a purpose, and you just want to go out there and add value in whatever way possible. So I truly feel that age is something that that doesn't really limit somebody. There are people doing lovely work. I think people who have started even before me. I mean, I personally at times feel I've started late. There are people who have done so much, achieved at say 15, 16, and I'd be like, wow, that's an inspiration. So inspiration doesn't always come from people who are senior to you. You can always draw inspiration everywhere if somebody's doing good work. So yeah, it was a bit weird, but I think I slowly got used to it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, the first time you were there watching people, you must be thinking,
Yeah,
what am I supposed to do?
yeah,
Am I really here? It must
yeah,
have been like a dream coming true also, because, sitting with
yeah,
all those people of that stature,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
something definitely different.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
something as a communicationist, people
yeah,
face a lot of difficulties at times. They'll stutter, they'll stammer, when,
yeah,
normal things like, recalling. So
yeah,
while in your interviews, you have interacted with so many people. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things that go through your mind at that point
yeah,
of time. First thing is, the person ahead is of some
yeah,
big stature. And then the
yeah,
second thing is, okay, I'm actually talking to this person and this is
yeah,
happening. And at the same point of time, you're recalling all the questions. So
yeah.
now, how does that work? Do you try to do it or spot on, or do you, try to schedule the entire thing that, this is the question that I'll ask, and then you try
Yeah.
to recall it? Or how exactly does that work for you?
The thing that you talked about being intimidated initially, that used to happen when I was just starting, because at the end of the day, I have no Bollywood connect initially. It's a young boy from Kolkata who's been there, and suddenly, being around with celebrities whom you have just seen on television. So it was obviously a little surreal that way. So initially, I used to be a little, you know, I wouldn't say scared. I would say it was a nervous form of energy that you can utilize in the right way. And whenever I used to have, I used to go through such emotions, I always used to say that, this is either a break it or a make it opportunity. Either you break yourself or you make it. So opportunities, they don't come your way multiple times again and again. And anytime, I would like to tell this to everybody over here that, whenever in any form of opportunity, the first thing that you need to realize is that if it has come to you, you definitely have done something right in your life because of which it has come to you. Now, what you do ahead with that is something that is entirely how you handle that situation. So I used to have those thoughts that, oh my God, what will happen? But then the next moment I used to be like, okay, fine, I must have done something right, which is why I'm here, sitting parallel to, say, Vidya Balan ma'am or Gulshan Groves or whatever. So that's when I realized that, okay, fine, the respect needs to be there for these individuals because they're elder to me. They are like, legends in their own way. But at the same time, you can't really feel low about yourself, because if you start feeling low about yourself, then then that's where your confidence tends to shatter, and then you start having all those negative emotions. Having said that, you talked about people stammering and getting the confidence and everything. So initially, I used to prepare as to what I'll be probably going forward with. But now I would say that I like to keep it as spontaneous as possible, because I obviously do my research about what film or what web series we are talking about. The basic knowledge needs to be there. But I try to keep my conversations more as a one-on-one, where you want to know more of the person, because I think all the relevant information about the movie or series that they're doing, it's already out on social media or everywhere. So I look forward to exploring their humanitarian side and like the emotions they have gone through, or etc. etc. And that's where I think the conversation becomes all the way more organic. So whenever it's an organic conversation, I don't think that you need to plan too much. So I think, yeah, it depends from individual to individual, but I think in my case, it's that way, where I keep it simple and easy, and just go with the flow.
So, I mean, being subtle is the key.
Yeah,
Always.
absolutely. In my case, it definitely works that way.
No, I totally agree. Wherein,
Yeah,
people try to communicate, I say
yeah,
rather develop a conversation. Conversation and
absolutely,
communication are two different things completely, and
absolutely,
people
absolutely.
mistake them to be the same. And in
Yeah,
the meanwhile, I'm interacting with Subhajit and asking him a few questions, which I always ask him every time we are on call. They never end,
yeah.
trust me. Why don't you guys start raising your hands so that, my team can also gather you guys, and slowly and steadily we'll start taking questions. Now, in the
Yeah,
meanwhile, so you are currently a VJ, a voice artist,
yeah,
and an
yeah,
anchor.
yeah,
So much versatility. How?
yeah. I don't know how. I mean, I really feel that I'm doing less, because the kind of quality work that's happening everywhere around, I generally feel I'm doing less. And of course, now with COVID and everything, there are certain things limited, but I actually want to do a lot more. I generally feel that I should do everything. If you're good at something, I truly believe that an individual can be everything and anything if they want to work towards it. So I've been like an avid communicator since a very child, I mean, since a very young age. So it came naturally to me. So whatever that's around, whatever work that works around it, I take it up. Be it anchoring for a talk show, be it live events. I love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the feeling of a mic in my hand. So many people in front of me. It gives me a different energy in my voice, and I look forward to engaging them in whatever way possible. So these are the things that I've loved. So again, I think that comes to the first point that you mentioned about passion. So whatever you do, if you're not liking it from your heart, there will be a point of time where you will feel you're stagnant and you don't really want to continue. But if it is something that you really, really love, then you would definitely be doing that, and you would want to do a lot more. So that's exactly how my thought process works. I like to believe that I'm a very positive person in general. So I'm doing these things, but I want to do a lot more. So actually, I don't feel that way that I'm doing quite a lot. I feel that I need to do a lot more.
You missed out that you're also a very ambitious person. Positivity is one thing,
Aha,
ambition is another.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. There's nothing, and I'll tell this to everybody, all college students, whenever I engage, with them for workshops, etc. That you might not know what you want to do, and it's very difficult to know that maybe when you were 16 or 18 or even 2021. So there's nothing wrong in that. your parents, your peer pressure is a very serious thing, and people might feel that, okay, fine, my friend or my say my relative's son or sister or daughter, whatever, that person is doing this, I'm probably lagging behind. No, you are not lagging behind, my friend. You are perfectly going forward right in your own sweet time, and you're allowed to take that. So you might not know what you want to do at 16, 18, or 20, but you need to have a direction that I want to do something. So that's I think enough, and eventually things go with the flow and it works out.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone is unique. You cannot ask a
Yeah,
monkey to swim. You cannot ask a fish to climb a tree.
absolutely.
You
You
cannot
remember
do
the
that.
dialogue from Three Idiots where Amir Khan sir, I think, was telling Sharman Joshi and I think Madhavan sir, that suppose Lata Mangeshkar's father had told her to be a cricketer, or Sachin Tendulkar's father would have told him to be a singer. Imagine what the world would have been. So I think that sums it up.
Cricket has become a religion because of Sachin, so I believe.
Yes,
And
yes.
singing, big
Legend,
people, and everyone who's
legend.
become a legend has realized what they enjoy doing and truly
Yeah,
enjoyed it completely. And I think that's
yeah,
the correct path that you are right now on. And
yeah,
I hope that I am working on that path as well. And everyone over here
yeah,
listening to this conversation starts
yeah,
slowly moving towards that. And that
yeah,
being said, we all have dreams, but we
yeah,
also have that one turning point in life
yeah,
wherein we meet someone, we hear someone, we talk to someone, and that changes us. That changes us,
yeah,
that inspires us, that motivates us. What is
yeah.
that? Who was that one person? What was that story behind that? What was your turning point in life? And what did you feel about the entire thing?
Uh, I don't know if I have had just one turning point like that in life, but yeah, I think if I have to choose one moment which kind of decided my fate in terms of where I'm going forward, I think it would be the call when I decided that I'll not continue with my MBA coaching classes, and I'll not do that because in a traditional environment like India where people are probably doing commerce in their 11th and 12th, and then they take BCom for graduation. The next big thing that they think is that either you want to do become a CA or an MBA. So these are like the two tracks. Now I was pathetic in studies that way, so CA was not happening for me at all. So I thought maybe MBA would be an easier option, but I was wrong that way as well. I realized that that thing is not working for me. So I took that call and I realized that. So there were people who questioned that what are you going to do if you're not, because a lot in today's time you always say that just graduation is not enough, you need higher studies, etc., whatever. So I thought we'll figure out. So my I always like to live in the present and work in the present to make a better future. So I don't like to think too ahead that way because there's no point. So that's how it works for me. But yeah, if I have to pick one point, I would be that that moment when I decided I'll not do that, because had I done that, I would have been in a totally different environment, and I don't think we would have talked right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that you did not take that decision. You took that
Yeah,
risk,
yeah,
and today you're where
yeah,
you are. And I'm here interacting with you. And with that, I think I will let the students ask a few questions. Otherwise,
yeah,
what will
sure.
happen is we will keep on interacting and this will go on. So,
Yeah, sure.
taking a few questions, we have Yelena Marvel. Ahan,
Okay.
can you put her to spotlight? Lovely.
Wait, I can't see Alina. Where are you? Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see you. Hi.
Yelena, your mic, your cam is off. Hi, Yelena.
She's there.
Okay, I think we'll just ask someone else. Ahan? Yeah. So the next person we can take forward, I think, is UNESCO Finland. Do we have UNESCO? Ahan, can you see who has raised their hands and one by one spotlight them?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. So in the meanwhile, while Ahan is bringing us in, guys, feel free to ask Subhajit all the questions. He's really open about sharing his views upon a lot of things, and he can absolutely guide you. For me, I trust me, keep on troubling him every now and then and asking him multiple questions. And he is more than happy. He's like an elder brother guiding me, wherein he keeps on giving me a few hints and tips and tricks upon how I can improve myself as well. So feel free. And have we added? Yeah. Yes, delegate.
Hi, sir. So you are a very big household name. So I just wanted to ask you a question. Has anyone ever said that you can't make it? Did that basically demoralize you, or did that make you go further?
Lovely question. So, first of all, thank you for asking this. You're really sweet. And what I want to say is that I have heard so many things like that, not just with me, even people with whom I'm probably working right now in the industry. We tend to joke about it right now. So, there will be 50 people, probably there will be one or two people who will be there and telling you that, you can do it, you can make it. 50 people will be there to stop you because in general, people don't like others progressing in life. So that's how it is. But again, that's their perception. They can't decide what I want to do, what I'm going to do. So, you need to be very sure about yourself that way, focus on your skills and, just work hard and let it go. Once things unfold for yourself, you tend to and prove the world wrong with your own work. Those people will be silent themselves, so you don't need to think about it at all. Just focus on your own craft.
Lovely. All right, delegate. I hope your question was answered. And just to add into that, it's always about not the impossible, but believing that I am possible. And
Absolutely.
moving forward, Ahan, can we have the next question, please? Lovely. It's really nice. I mean, this one asked you this question. I also had this in mind. A lot of people keep telling you.
I see quite many hand raises.
Yeah, we'll try
Hi,
to.
sir.
Hi.
First of all, I'm very glad and proud to be a participant of I.R.M.U.N.
That's
And
You should be.
because if I had not participated in this, I didn't have a opportunity to talk with you.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's
glad.
my pleasure, dear. It's my pleasure.
Yes, sir. And I have a doubt that when you were younger, like my age, or when you were younger, ever did you had a dream that I want to become a VJ or anchor? Did you had a dream like that? So if we find a dream, so we will just do it. So did you had a dream like that?
How old are you right now?
I am 11.
So when I was 11, I think the only thing that I used to do was maybe fooling around with my classmates. Not focusing on my homework. Constantly hearing stuff from my parents that need to sit and study. I didn't really have even this bit of sensibility where I would probably have asked someone what should I do in terms of thinking about my dream. So I was absolutely not. So that itself means that you are quite ahead of your own age. So I think you deserve a nice clap for that. Coming to your next question, my dear, it would be that I didn't really think, everything happened by chance, so when I was in my college, so that's where I simultaneously started doing modeling. And that's where I realized, okay, fine, this is interesting. It's nice pocket money. You can use that money for your own, maybe shopping and other stuff. You don't need to bother your parents for that. And then I realized, okay, fine, why not take this up professionally? So that's where the switch happened, which I've already talked about, where I did not do my MBA and then I moved forward in this. And of course, luck plays a part. You might be working very hard, but destiny also plays a part. So I'm really, really thankful to destiny as well. But no, at 11, I did not have any dream. I was just playing cricket and fooling around.
Okay, when you were my age, what dream did you have? Did you had?
At your age, I used to have all sorts of dreams. Maybe I'll become a nice police officer. Maybe I'll become. I used to dream of whatever I'm seeing. Maybe if I'm seeing, Sachin Tendulkar scored a nice century, I'm thinking, oh my God, I should be the next Tendulkar. So I was very vulnerable that way in terms of thought process. But slowly and steadily, I think things worked out, and luckily, see, I'm here to talk to you.
Thanks. Nice meeting you.
Pleasure, my dear. Pleasure.
I think something that we all, this point just reminded me is it's very important to think that you want to be
Yeah.
independent. You want to be independent in life, and that's, I think, what
Fair
something
enough.
pushes you forward.
Yeah.
Next question, please.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Your name is what's your name?
My name's Apurva.
Hi, Apurva. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. It's a pleasure meeting you. I had a
My
question.
pleasure as well.
You
Yeah.
you always are telling that you have to go with the flow. So,
Yeah.
what do you think? Like going with the flow is right, or planning everything ahead is right?
Oh, nice. You know, when you're serious about life and you want to do something, you will subconsciously have a plan set in your mind, even if you don't acknowledge it. But always remember this one thing, that if it works according to plan, good. If it doesn't work according to plan, that's even better. So that's how it has worked out for me. So just imagine, I planned that, maybe I'll do. I was modeling. I was doing choreography for different fashion events, and I thought maybe I'll do MBA. So that was the plan. But see what the execution was. The plan and the execution are two different things. So I would say that, of course, planning is important, because that shows that you have a direction towards life and you want to reach somewhere. So I think that's where planning comes from. But eventually you need to listen to your heart and just follow the gut instincts, because your planning might sometimes go wrong, but your instincts generally don't. So it totally depends on how you handle that particular situation.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a
Pleasure,
pleasure
pleasure.
meeting you.
Hope I've answered your question right.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Next question, please, Ahan.
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure here,
I
my dear.
I had a question for you. That, like, as you said, that when you wanted to pursue this career, lots of people
Yeah,
were they were like stopping you and they were demotivating you. But
yeah.
once you got success, did these people come back and just change their character and they supported you and just you know
Yeah.
That's a very
So,
controversial question.
hey, I love answering these questions. I'm very happy taking these questions and so contributing to your queries. I think my smile says it all about how it was. But I would not say people came to me forcefully and said, you should not do this, don't do at all. But yeah, of course, when your peers and your friends and all, they have a set career path and they want to do this, they have this thing in your mind and they're always talking about, this is a little dicey, you may do it, you may not do it. There might be times when it's like a golden period and you're having a lot of work. There might also be a dry period. But I think that that's there in every field. You look at the corporate sector right now. So that's there in every field. So of course, I think some of them who came up to me, I think it was more of concern from their end rather than trying to stop me. Because the people who have tried to stop me, I've never listened to them anyway. So I've never paid heed to them anyway. But the people who probably, maybe warned me about the possible consequences if things don't go right, that came out of concern, and I respected that. But again, 50 people might say 50 things. You need to listen to what you want to do, because if it goes right, you take the credit. If it doesn't go right, you're accountable yourself. You don't blame anyone else.
Yes, sir.
Quoting
Thank you, sir.
something Ranchod Das
Pleasure.
said, कामयाब बनो और दुनिया आपके पीछे भागेगी.
Absolutely. Totally
Thank you,
agree.
sir. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure is all mine.
Okay, so now we'll take one last question, and then we'll try to conclude with the session.
No, I think you can take 2-3 more. I think there are quite many hand raises, and it will be very wrong of me if I don't.
Just add 3 more people to the screen, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Just add 3 more people immediately. Yeah.
I think there's.
Yeah. And UNICEF Russia, you can ask your question.
Hi, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
I'm feeling glad to meet you here. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Pleasure is all mine.
Thank you, sir. So I want to ask you a question that when everybody tells you you can't do this, you want to take that step, you can't go further. Like when everybody stops you, and of course we all will lose our confidence and we will be self-doubting ourselves. Like, can we do this? So one question will raise in our mind. So any incident happened in your life like this, and how did you overcome this, sir? Can you please share us with us?
Yeah, very, very nice question, which is why I said that, take two, three more, because some nice questions coming up. Uh, I don't really recollect if people have, see, the area where we work now, generally, again, it's a controversial statement that I'm making. People generally don't stop you, on your face. They try to do something here and there around, and they try to mess it up that way. So I have seen that, but again, you need to believe in your own self, and you need to have a very strong conviction that you need to be prepared mentally that there will be others who will not be probably coming out to help you, but they will want to spoil your case. So how do you plan that situation? So that's like I would say a contingency liability that you're building around your own planning. That okay, if something happens, how do I handle? If something doesn't happen like that, amazing, superb. You're like really lucky. But if something like that happens, then yeah. So I don't think anybody has come up to me and said ki you can't do this, etc. They usually have their own own ways of manipulating things, and those situations have happened as well. But I think Touchwood have been fortunate enough to come out of that, and still find some way or the other to survive. I'm still surviving, still trying to. I still don't consider to be myself to be successful, because it's something that the concept of success changes from your age. My concept of success right now at 25, it will not be the same when I'm at 30. So, and same for you people. For you people, you might think I'm successful, but at me at 25, I don't think I'm successful. I need to do a lot more. So whenever something like that happens, I think it's important you need to take a backseat and realize who is actually saying it out of maybe jealousy or being envious, and who is saying that out of concern. It's very difficult to figure that out, but if you can do that, nothing better than that, and then just move on and follow your gut instinct. Eventually everything comes to just this, just follow your heart and go forward. Everything is going to be fine.
Lovely. UNICEF.
Hi, sir. A pleasure meeting you.
Hi. Pleasure is all mine.
So, I had a question whether who was your inspiration and who was your role model?
Role model, I don't, it's not something that I believe in that way. I believe in taking inspiration from everywhere. So, if somebody's doing good work, tomorrow, if I see you doing some good work at your young age, I would want to take inspiration from there as well. So I believe in taking inspiration from everywhere possible and becoming the best version of yourself. So that is my thought process. It might not be the same for you, but few people who have really played. I think my mother is a really strong person, and the way she has handled life, and just everything around. I think she gives me a lot of strength and courage. There have been people from the industry who have been really, really supportive towards me. I can't really ignore naming them. I think there's this director called Ram Kamal Mukherjee. He's an author, biographer, so many things. He's been very supportive. Vidya Balan ma'am has been very supportive. There's Sonu Sood sir, Madhur Bhandarkar. I can name so many people. So, the point that I always focus is that these people are so successful and still they are so humble, and they want to do so much about their own lives. So what am I? I'm nothing in front of them. So if these people are so nice and they want to constantly become a better version of themselves, I need to probably double up my efforts. So I believe in taking inspiration from everywhere. Jahan se bhi mile, wahan se bhi le lo, and just try to become the best version of yourself.
Lovely.
Yeah.
IPL Sun TV.
Yeah, so I had two short questions. So one
Please do
is,
ask.
yeah, so one is, what did you sacrifice for your career? And the other is that it's a bit personal. So what did you like the best when you were like little, and what musty did you do?
So Masti, to I'll answer your first question. So what was your first question exactly? I kind of got deviated with the second one. What was your first question?
What did you sacrifice over your career?
Yeah. Sacrifice, I think, is something that comes and it's very important. You need to know the art of making sacrifice in life in some way or the other. So, as Shreyas was talking about, that I started early and I moved out at a very early age. So, in my age, a lot of people tend to, and I think that's completely fine. That's to each its own, how it works. But a lot of college people, second years, third years, they want to focus on, just partying or maybe just planning trips with their friends, etc. So there was a time when for 3 years I had not taken a mini vacation or trip or anything because I was whatever money that I was saving, I was using that to travel to Mumbai and build my own networking. So when a friend would ask me that are you up for this trip, I know I have the money, but it's my call whether I want to allocate that for that trip or whether I want to allocate that for my travel to Mumbai where I can build a few more network and meet a few more people related to the industry. So I don't know if I've done any other sacrifice apart from these things, but yeah, I'm not saying that partying is wrong. I love to party myself. In the entertainment industry, we have the biggest parties, and I love being a part of it. I party till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. at night as well. But what I'm trying to stress upon is that it's all about balance. You need to have a balance of everything. Anything, overdose is not good. So if you want to party, you need to also take care because the money that you are using for your party, that's coming because you're working. So nothing can overlap the other. So it's about maintaining a nice balance. But yeah, I think these are the things that I've done. So I've not really experienced a road trip with my friends or maybe a lavish trip with my friends. Uh, you know, in maybe when I was 17 or 18, what others were doing. I would have loved to do that. But again, everything, you have to do something different from what others are doing in order to get something what others are not getting. So I think that's a relevant statement that has stayed true in my life for the longest time. And yeah, so these little sacrifices. And coming to the next question where you talk about mischief, I am very mischievous even now. So even when we are working, Abhi, I'm working from home. All my virtual episodes are happening, over here. But even when we were shooting, episodes in studios, etc., I used to be playing pranks with, my videographer, even the actors, maybe with whom I am friends. So maybe before rolling, we are probably discussing something which should not be there on the camera. And I tell them that, this is there, so I'm going to blackmail you. And they'll be like, freak out. I'm obviously not going to take the names, but, so these little things I've done, and even bachpan mein, I would say, I have been a big lover of cricket. I have lost count of the number of glasses that I've broken. Then in school as well, I've been I don't encourage this. Please don't get this wrong. I don't endorse this. But I remember my parents were called just one day before my, I think, annual examination results because I got involved in a brawl with someone which I should not have been. So I don't endorse this. A lot of school children are there, college students are there. Don't get into fights. Something happened that, and I just forgot that, oh my God, there's a parent-teacher meeting the next day. So imagine a parent-teacher meeting happening the next day, and just the day before that, you're trying to break someone's nose. Don't do that. But these are the things that I have done. So yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, I can talk about it again and again. But yeah, just have a very childish heart. I still have that. I feel that even when I'm going to be 35 or 40, my heart is going to be like a 20-year-old. So that's, I think, the best secret towards being young and vibrant and energetic all the time. I hope I've answered your question.
In fact, I think I have. I've seen a video of Subhajit playing cricket with Kartik Aryan, wherein
yeah, he was there. He was actually doing the fun. So the thing was happening was that I think we were playing when I think I was there for some shoot of some episode, and he also happened to be there. So we were playing with the bat, and I said that come, we'll play. So about 15-20 minutes happened, and they were not able to get me out. That video is still there on my Instagram. You all can see it if you go. So he was not able to get me out. So the thing what he did was, in order to get me out, I was focusing on the ball. He's there behind the wickets, and he's actually moving the stump. So that moment was, I think, caught by some paparazzi, and I thought it was really sweet, so I put it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
everybody, everybody is mischievous in their own ways.
Child at heart, always. And I
Yes,
think
yes.
that is one of the reasons that I am going to invite you for the next party that I.R.M.U.N does. You're invited, and you have to come
Please
and
do, yeah.
we'll chill then. And
Lovely, lovely. I love partying.
on that note, we'll end it over here with one last message that you feel you should address the youth with. One last message for the youth.
Oh, well, all I can say is that, in today's time, I think, I mean, it was there in my time as well. I'm not very old. I'm just 25, guys. But I think in your age right now, social media is a lovely tool that you all can use for your own benefit and for spreading good knowledge and information. Of course, those fun reels are important. You want to have fun. You want to put those interesting stories. But when it comes to communicating a good message, I think the youth needs to take the responsibility to take it forward and use social media as a good marketing tool for yourself. Focus on your own brand building. It's completely fine if you don't know what you want to do in life at the age of 18 or 16. I did not know myself, so that's completely fine. If you know, wonderful, well and good for you. If you don't feel the pressure of what your other person is doing. You are your own competition, nobody else. Your friend might be doing something amazing. That's your own friend. That's your friend's journey. Your journey is going to be different. So don't compare the two, because I think that's where a lot of confidence issues start to happen, and that's where things tend to go down. So don't have that, and please just focus on yourself. Look in the mirror every day when you wake up in the morning, and be like, I want to be the best version of myself. Even today, when I wake up, I do that. That okay, fine. I'm going to make this day very productive for myself. I'm going to have my share of fun, but I'm going to make it productive in the best way possible. So do all that, and I think a lot of interesting people are there. Some people have already engaged with, some people have not engaged with. So the people who have not, whom I have not been able to engage over here, first of all, apologies, because we have short time, and my Instagram is there. So if you guys have any queries, I would love to take those queries even on my Instagram DM. So never feel, don't have that fear of reaching out. If you want to ask something, please do go forward and ask. I'll definitely, be at your service in the best way possible.
That's really lovely coming from you, someone who's been so open about interacting with everyone and everyone that comes and tries to build a communication with him. That was Subhajit Ghosh. Thanks a lot for being here with us, taking out time and interacting. And it was lovely, lovely, not interacting, but building a conversation with you today. Thanks a lot.
I loved it as well, and thank you so much to all the students, who have asked me these lovely questions. And please, all the best to you all in life. Looking forward to see you all excelling in the best ways possible. And as I said, you are your own competition. Just focus on yourself. It's fine if you are not aware right now what you want to do. Just have a direction in life, and everything is going to be smooth. All the best.
Thanks a lot, Subhajit. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's my pleasure. Goodbye. See you all.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That was Subhajit Ghosh to you all at the I.R.M.U.N exclusive Evolution Next. Until next time, thank you. See you all there. Bye-bye.